Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in your favorite broadcast, ENSUP English Place, happening in MTV, which concept is the importance of English in the professional life. By the way, I'm not alone in this great plateau. I'm your master and idol, I can say, coming from ENSUP Africa. So, Mr. Babali, can you please introduce yourself for those who are just following us?
So, good afternoon, Mama Major. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. I'm really grateful and thankful to be here with you. I can say also you are an idol for me because I saw you perform or performing in many competitions. So I'm a teacher, as you say, a teacher of English here in ENSUP Africa. I'm also a writer and a translator.
Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you just see, here is our invite today. So, Mr. Babali, today's concept is entrepreneurial and leadership. As you may know, we're young of this new generation. We're young of the new Senegal that we living at this time being. So, can you please tell us about leadership? What is leadership? So as just who are just following us, they can know more about leadership. How can you define leadership for them,
Very
please?
good. So, first and foremost, we have many definitions of leadership, but I'm just going to try to define the word by my own thinking or reflection because, I'm really interested in self-help or what we call in French, développement personnel. And you cannot talk about self-growth without leadership because, and to go straight to the point, I will define leadership by this. I'm coming to this because when you read enough history, you can say that leadership is just to make yourself better first and to make people around you better. This is my definition of leadership because I have, as I said a while ago, reflected upon leadership. And when you take the example of our beloved Prophet Muhammad or Sheikh Ahmad Bamba or Alaji Malik or even those great writers, they make themselves better and after they make other people better. That's why I think and I believe that I strongly believe they are leaders. And we cannot talk about also leadership without leaders because it's leaders who teach us, who teach people leadership. So my definition once again of leadership is to make yourself better, to improve yourself day by day, and to help other people also improve themselves for a better life, a better world, or whatever you want.
Okay, that's good. That's good, really, because some of us really need to know what is the main point of leadership. Because I can also take the quote of Chonya, my lovely idol, who used to say, "What you can do to make sure that those generations that will come after you will say, because of you, I'm here today, and this is my fight, and this is what I'm fighting for." And then also, those leaders that you have listed a while back, they have also to fight for the future of this new generation.
Absolutely.
Because only them can take our hand and then telling us this is the right way that you have to take.
Absolutely.
Great, I really appreciate that. Also, Mr. Babali, about entrepreneurial, because leadership and entrepreneur, they are two concepts that can't be separate. So
Absolutely.
what you can tell us about entrepreneurial?
Okay, very good. Because this is my main point, or this is something that I love so much. Why I'm going to say it? Because entrepreneur is the only thing that can help people to be totally independent. Because we are not born. If you are or if you are ambitious enough, you should not depend on the state, right? People used to have a kind of ambition like working for the state, and everybody couldn't do it. But we can all have some initiative or some reflection to be dependent on ourselves, right?
Good.
And we cannot talk about entrepreneurship without self-made. You make yourself. You don't depend. You don't need the states. Once the conditions are there, what you have to do is use your brain or your mind or your imagination to build your own company or to have your own business. And you will not depend on the crisis. For example, if you work on a company, you can be dismissed if they decide to reduce the number of their employees, right? But if you have your own job, you provide yourself that job. It depends on you. You can invest, you can hire people, and you will reach what we call financial freedom. I mean, you can spend your money how you like, whenever you like, with whoever you like. And I think this is very important. So people have to be willing to move to that goal, which means entrepreneurship, because it is very important. And you cannot have freedom without entrepreneurship.
Good.
Once you work for a person or an institution, no matter how great they are or they can be, you are still dependent on them.
Good.
And they can dismiss you at any time.
Good.
But if you work for yourself, you are the master of the game. And things will depend on you, on your creativity, on your willingness.
Yeah, I can understand, but the most important thing is to make people involved in entrepreneurship, because it is so much important. It is better to create your own business and not waiting for the government, because as you may say, the situation that we're living at this time being, it is only this lack of those entrepreneurs that can help this now generation to create some business or to fulfill their dream. It is the main point of the underdevelopment that we're living at this time.
You're absolutely right.
Okay, can you make the correlation between leadership and entrepreneurship?
Okay, you know, leadership, we cannot talk about leadership without vision. And we cannot also talk about entrepreneurship without vision. I mean, they have vision in common. And also they have taking action. Once you have the vision, once you clearly identify your goal, where I am today, where I want to go in the future, this is what we call vision. In life, you must have a clear vision, right? And leadership without vision is not possible.
No.
Yeah, they are opposite. A leader should, as John Maxwell say, a leader is someone who knows the way, shows the way, goes the way, and shows the way.
Yeah.
Right. So, entrepreneurship also is exactly the same. If you want to build a company, you must have a clear goal. What type of company do I want to settle? And where should I find the means or the resources?
Yeah, good.
And this is your vision. You have to write it down clearly. And what kind of people also I'm going to work with?
Yeah.
I need people who are honest, who are determined, who are capable of doing or of reaching the goal with myself or with me. People who can help me grow. At the beginning, it can be very difficult, and it will, because the beginning is always the hardest in life. Starting is never easy, but you have to start somewhere. And if you are committed enough, if you are persistent enough, if you are motivating enough, you can reach all your goals, because there are only limits that you fix yourself. Apart from that, there are no limitation, there are no limit. You can achieve anything depending on your willingness and your creativity also.
Good, good. So I'm not talking about our leaders, because I even can know how to qualify them, but I'm talking about youth. The youth that we got this time being, because this is our power. Youth that we got is our power. Only these youth can really develop the Senegal, and only youth that we got can make the Senegal that we want in the future.
Absolutely.
So you may imagine that more of them are going abroad, they're traveling through the ocean, or they're traveling through a boat. So which image that you get on this? Because seeing this really in my head is I even can't qualify it. It is really touching her, seeing your youth losing their life in the sea. So due to what we even don't know. So how can you qualify this?
It's terrible, it's heartrending, and it is unacceptable. You know, we all suffer from this. Maybe if we are not touched directly, we are touched indirectly at some point, because we never wish people to go abroad with such conditions, right? But you know, there are many problems. The first is our mindset. I'm not going to judge only politicians. They are responsible for the situation. They could do better. They could invest wisely. They could stop spending our money uselessly, in a useless way. But the problem also is we young people, we must believe in ourselves. We must believe that despite the hardships, despite the problem we encounter day in and day out, we can build something. and you while ago you mentioned Chonya. Chonya, he did any kind of job before reaching the level he reached today.
Yeah.
You know, nothing is easy in life. In the Bible or in the Holy Quran, they say life is a struggle. Yes, you have to fight hard for your goals and for your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is given in advance. So you have to believe in yourself that and say yourself, I agree, sorry, with the possibility are not wide, are not large in our country. This is a fact. Because politicians, you know, how they react, how they deal with us, they take the money or they give credit to people who should not be given the credit, or they give some jobs to people who don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they steal our money. This can be some kind of explanation, but not a good reason to go abroad through boat or whatever. We can stay there and use the money that we gather and invest it in small business. And after one day, I believe if we persist, we can have major companies or large companies and avoid losing our lives abroad or mistreated also.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me just remind you that we always are in your favorite broadcast, ENSUP English Place. So, Mr. Babali, here is a quotation that I really appreciate and that I really like. So, it says that you work, you make money, you do it for yourself. You go out, you seek for people who really need your help. You help them. You reach the power that you will never reach because you have changed the life of somebody.
Absolutely.
It is that day that you start living. Can you really explain it?
Okay, great. And this remind me many codes because Maya Angelou said something like that. You know, money is important. No one with their right mind will tell you that money is not important. But money is not the goal. That's what the code wants people to know. Money is not the goal. It's not about making money. No. Money is just the tool, you know, something you use to build a vision or to create a vision that is larger than yourself. For example, if I have money, I can list Gorgi Sijen, for example, or Sadio Mane. They have a lot of money. But the more important is not the money, but what they do with the money.
Good.
For example, when you build hospital, like Gorgi Sijen did in Kébémer, those people who is in need will never forget about Gorgi Sijen. And they were impacted positively. And Gorgi Sijen can say that I really start living the day I built a hospital for my for my people.
Yeah.
Yes. And this will be never forgotten. This will never be forgotten, sorry.
Yeah.
It will remain in the history book. No matter how you hate Gorgi Sijen, no matter what the haters say, we will always see this hospital is built by Gorgi Sijen.
Yeah.
That's why he said that's the day you will start living, because you have changed radically many people's life.
Good.
If you build a church, a mosque, it's exactly the same.
Good.
And you will keep on having the reward for your great deeds.
Good.
Because you impact on people's life. Because when you have money and you invest it in your own self, you did great. But this is not enough. You have to give back to your community, because that's the purpose of having money. It's not about having nice car, wearing jewels or stuff like that. But it's the things that you do with your money that matter the most.
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm really happy, and then I really did not regret the fact of inviting you here today. So just youth of today, this is a message that I got for you. We got power with us. We got strength.
Absolutely.
We got the mind, and also we got mindset. Only us can bring the Senegal power.
Absolutely.
Only us can make the Senegal that we want it to be. If we all youth go on board and then we lost our life there, who will going to develop our lovely country?
No one.
No one. And this is really shameful.
Yeah, for sure.
This is
Definitely.
really shameful. And this is really a message that I want to pass. And then really I hope that mind will change.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Bawali, solution about this?
Okay, to invest in research and development. Because I think, as Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world.
Yeah.
If people are not educated, they risk their life with useless things. So we have to educate our young people or our youth, because this will help them to know who they are and not risk their life in adventures that are not only unknown but perilous, dangerous. We have to invest more in education, and also we have to change our programs, because I don't accept, or I cannot accept, why we still teach or still teaching Molière, Victor Hugo, and things like that. We have our holy men here. We can teach Sheikh Ahmad Bamba and his book. We can teach Alhaji Malik and Jesus and many others, and even Lat Dior or Sheikh Anta Diop. But why we always teach Victor Hugo, Molière, Flaubert? This only bring a kind of complex, and will increase our complex toward Western powers. And we have valuable men and women who defend Africa, or who have defended Africa in their whole life.
Yeah.
So we have to put them first. We have to show them up. We have to show the world that we have something to bring. We can contribute to the development of the humanity, of the whole world. So let's change our education, and let's learn from each other and know who we really are, and not be complex toward Western people or Asian people. And after that also, we have to change our mindset. It's not because you travel that you will be successful. Many people never left, but they are successful. So we can build so many things here in Senegal. I agree that the opportunities are not the same, because Western power are more developed than us. That's a fact. But if we persist, if we have a clear vision, we can write books, we can make translation, we can invest in companies, we can do so many things without traveling. So just believe in ourselves, just do the work, just put into the amount of work that it requires, and everything will be all right.
Okay, let's stay here and being succeed here.
Absolutely. It's
Okay,
better.
ladies and
Or
gentlemen.
we can travel, but with adequate means, not risking our life in oceans or seas.
Yeah, that's it. Why not flying?
Yes, that's why I say adequate means.
yeah,
we
that's
can fly.
it.
We can take the plane or stuff like that.
I think the plane is more really comfortable than the
Yeah,
boat.
and the
you know.
safest means of transport also.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this lovely broadcast. I really wanted to end it, but due to lack of time, you know. So here is the end of this lovely broadcast. So Mr. Babale, I was just happy really and grateful, and at the same time being honored to invite you here. So your last word for this marvelous day, I can say.
Okay, I can never thank you enough for this opportunity. I'm the happiest. I'm the one who is the most grateful. You know, I always end my speech with what Les Brown said, because I love him too much. He's a great motivational speaker, and maybe this should be translated in any language, because I think it's really important. And the lines are called "Choose Your Future," choisir ton avenir in French. And he simply says this: if you want something bad enough to go out and fight for it, if you want something bad enough to go out and fight for it, you have to lose your sleep, your time, and your peace for it. If you gladly sweat for it, plan for it, and fret for it, to lose all your terror and all the opposition for it. If you simply go after the thing that you want with all your capacity, sagacity, and tenacity, and with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern for pertinacity, neither cold, famine, gout, poverty, sickness of pain, body, and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want. If it dark and it grimmed, you besieged and beset it. With the help of God, you will get it.
Good.
This is a privilege for me. Thank you so much.
Really good. I really after you will jot it down for me, okay?
No worries, God willing.
I
I
will
will do
share it
so.
with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear lovely followers, let us give you a rendezvous for this coming session. New guest, new subject from another area. Bye.